Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing how will your situation resolve. And to do this reading we are going to be picking 3 piles together to get more information about your situation, how it will resolve, and perhaps even advice from spirit. So I see 1, 2, and I feel this one. So let's see what we have. For pile number 1, we have the mask. For pile number 2, we have the riddle. And for pile number 3, we have the prayer. If you like to pick by stones, let me add those in a second. So for pile number 1, we have blue Howlite. For pile 2, we have red Jasper. And for pile 3, we have yellow Aventurine. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. It will guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. So you've chosen the beautiful blue Howlite and the mask. So let's take a look at your other oracle card and your tarot cards and find out exactly more about your situation and how it's going to resolve. Okay, so let's shuffle with intention and get one card. So how will your situation resolve? Thank you. So pile number 1, this is your oracle card. How interesting. I'm seeing a deep message here. Okay, let's keep it here so we can clearly see your oracle cards on the side. Now let's pick up your tarot cards and get more information about your situation and how it's going to resolve. All right. So how will pile number 1's situation resolve, please? How will pile number 1's situation resolve? So, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. You have the 2 of Wands. Oh, okay. You have the 8 of Cups. Okay. It's becoming clearer as we unveil your cards here. I feel this one. Let's take this one. What's that? Oh, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. That's again in alignment with what I'm seeing. Let's take this one and this one. Right. So you have the Knight of Cups. Actually, I think we're gonna have to squeeze them because we have an extra card here. Right. And you have the 8 of Pentacles. Right. It seems to me, pile number 1, that the situation that you are inquiring about here, or the situation that's in your life, involves someone who may not have been very clear with you. Someone who has a dark side to them. Now, this person that's part of this situation here, there was sometimes good times and then there were sometimes dark times. Or maybe there weren't really good times. They were masked either by their lies or masked by some needs that you needed perhaps from this person at a stage in your life. Maybe it wasn't easy to let go of this person, or simply they provided something, maybe a job, maybe they provided some sort of security, maybe they provided some sort of love, or they were there in your life providing something that means a lot to you. But with the mask showing up here, it is quite fake. It's not the truth. And this person appeared in your life, pile number 1, as you can see here, to not for them to teach you a lesson, but for you to grow spiritually, for you to learn something. Because with the dice appearing here on the number 6, it's like you took a really high chance on them. You believe them and you gave it your all. Because with this beautiful little girl here, it could signify that your inner child could have needed something from this person. It came out of an inner child need of an impulse. And this was a spiritual lesson for you to become, with the Queen of Pentacles here, independent. You have really learned a lot through the process with this person. At its core, you were really healing your inner child without knowing. You've learned to see the dark side, the other half, while you may have really decorated and over glamorized the good side of the situation without meaning to, stemming from the beautiful innocent feelings of your inner child. It did show the opposite energy, the very dark side of this situation and of this person. And so by seeing the very dark side, you've learned to take off your rose-colored glasses and see the truth for what it is. And instead of focusing on the world or on people, this has taught you so much about yourself. And that was the learning lesson here. And so how will your situation resolve? Pile number 1, I see you in the near future becoming independent, claiming your power. In fact, with this specific 2 of Wands, which I love very much, you do see a ruler attending some ceremony in the Amun-Ra temple, giving his back to some beautiful entertainment and looking towards the future, planning, holding his wands and thinking about how he's going to take command of the country, of his life, what are his future plans. And with the 8 of Cups here, you're abandoning the situation. So the 3 cards together really showed me solidly that you will be in the future taking a solid decision of taking command of your life. It's like your beautiful, sweet, innocent child is now growing into an independent person, all whole by themselves, and deciding to give their back to whatever benefits that they used to take, if it is not going to, if it's going to be harmful to them. They are now, or you are now, going to be abandoning anything that will ever be repeated in the same manner again, because you have a beautiful inner child that has grown into becoming a whole, strong, independent person. And by learning this lesson, pile number 1, you will have changed the wheel of fortune. The wheels of fortune will change completely to your benefit. So how is this going to change here? Look, in 2 ways. First of all, you have the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is more of loving energy, true loving energy that moves towards you, which means that you will be dealing from now on with real people. And by real here, I mean people who don't fake things so that it goes their way, don't act perhaps even in a narcissistic way, hiding their intentions, only focus on what they want perhaps, or not being clear. Also gaslighting could be a thing. Whatever the case is here, you'll be dealing with much different types of people. Not only that, that's the first thing, but another thing is, you see with the 8 of Cups here, a beautiful depiction of an 8 of Cups. You see someone who's working on, I don't know what this material is really called, but it reminds me of, I forgot its name. It reminds me of the baskets that we use at home to organize our things. And so this shows me that you will be working on clearing up the compartments of your life, or reorganizing your life, where you depend on yourself. You're now thinking, how can I lead and get what I want from myself, and not let anyone treat me like that because I need something or I want something. Now I create what I want for myself. I abandon whatever makes me feel this way and only allow loving connections to come into my life. That's how I feel. I see your situation truly resolving. I see you, pile number 1, taking command of that. It's not something that's going to happen from outside you. It's something that is happening within you, my dear pile number 1. You're becoming a stronger, much stronger version of yourself with situations like that. Taking command, full command of your life. In fact, I feel like with you giving your back here and the 8 of Cups together, it's like there is a shock happening with the change that you're creating from the people around you, or this specific person, or these specific type of people, pile number 1. So now that we've had a good look at the situation and how it's going to resolve, let's now pick your tarot cards and get more information on advice from Spirit on how to do that, how to go through this phase, maybe what you may want to focus on so that this prophecy comes true, which seems to be coming true for sure. Guidance, general guidance on your situation here. Can we kindly get guidance for pile number 1? Thank you. So how are you going to be claiming your independence, pile number 1? Whoa, so you have this beautiful 7 of Wands, right? You have the Tower. See how the Tower fell with both of them tied to it. How interesting. You have the moon. I see a card peeping out. Can you see it too? I'm sure you can. And it's coming out for a reason. So let's take that out. I also see another one here. Yeah, that's the last card. Right. Let's keep this here for a second. You have the King of Swords. Oops. Yes, movement happening here. You see, kicking out something, for sure. Oh, you have the Six of Cups. And it's, do you see where it's landing? Right in conjunction with this, with the new, beautifully formed connections here. Where you're valued. Okay, and you have the Four of Wands ending this advice. I love that. So, of course, what I'm seeing here is that the situation is not easy, very easy to get out of. There are so many odds stacked against you. But with the Seven of Wands, if you take a look at the traditional Seven of Wands, you always see this, I don't want to say character, this figure presented as someone who's standing on a higher ground. And so, despite the fact that there are a lot of challenges, you are in a higher position. You can do it. You have a lot of advantages that can help you take yourself out of it. And all you need to do is take it step by step. Because if you look at it from the outside, it seems very intimidating. And so, along with your fight towards freedom, or work towards freedom here, which is most important for your spiritual growth, because you're not allowing that type of energy in your future. There might be losses to you too. And so in this case, sometimes there are losses to be gained, where you lose something that might seem significant to get your freedom, and nothing in the world ever has a price tag that is higher than your freedom and self-respect. And so this is what I'm seeing you do here in your future, pile number one. You conquering losses, or choosing some losses, where both of you fall down so that you let something go, so that you gain your freedom, yourself, and your courage. You don't let anyone treat you like that anymore. That's what I'm seeing you do. And that's what I see advice from Spirit here. To choose yourself. Pile number one. Now, as you choose to do that, you'll find yourself with the moon here being worried, because now that you've walked away, there's worry. What am I going to do about these things? And what am I going to do about this? And what am I going to do about that? You even see the King of Swords here really thinking and planning. And you might feel with the nakedness here, it's like you were sheltered in the shelters of you. There was something. There was a cover, a blanket, a comfortable blanket that might have temporarily made you feel good, but it's time to take it off and to think independently now. Now it's time for you to take this comfort blanket out, because it's really fake, and to create this own safety for yourself by planning. Things, you know, I'm hearing this quote, Rome wasn't built in a day. And so, of course, it's not going to be easy in the beginning. It will require a lot of planning with the King of Swords here. But the King of Swords is a master at planning, is a master at bringing balanced solution, of taking things little by little until it's built. In fact, you do see here with the Wheel of Fortune, you do see that a lot of things could fall with this change, you know. A figure, a deity is going up and a deity is falling down. It's like big changes are happening. And not that you can't handle it at all. Yes, you can. But it's going to require step-by-step planning, understanding that not all of the things that you may want will be available in the beginning, but you will surely have the power to rebuild it little by little, pile number 1. Your plans are going to be brilliant. The King of Swords showing up here really shows me that you are a very smart person, pile number 1. So much so that you may not sometimes give yourself enough credit for it, especially in situations like that. And so you're a highly intelligent person, and I see Spirit inviting you to use this intelligence to calmly think about. Whenever you feel like, oh no, what am I going to do about the situation? To calmly think about it. Okay, let's not panic and think, how can I easily and calmly resolve this issue and handle it by myself? How can I be the leader of my own world and not let anyone have handle over my life in any area whatsoever? It's nice to have help, but it's not good to let it be a crutch. And so we must stand on our own 2 feet first. That's when we accept the help. And so that is all of the things I see you learning here in the very near future. Pile number 1, I see you claiming your power. I see you embodying power. I see you surprising yourself. And most importantly, with the 6 of Cups in conjunction with the 4 of Wands and the Knight of Cups, this trio here, I see you forming successful connections that are based on reciprocity, that have a lot of kindness and movement to it. It has the nature of receiving love as you give it. Love, kindness, offerings. It's like I'm really feeling here you experiencing connections, human connections, in a much loving way, in a much different way than how it was in the past, how you used to see it before. It's like you are now, with this Chariot, I'm seeing you're like upgrading your, not priorities, upgrading your standards of what you expect from people now. Celebrating deeper, more profound connections with others. That is based on all of you working towards making it healthy. There is communication, there is love, there is reciprocity, and there is celebration and being there for each other. Pile number 1. I see you definitely forming a beautiful connection with others in the near future, where things are changing there for you, and it all stems from you planning on how you gain your independence. When you're your own whole self now, you can build healthy connections with others. And so I see Spirit saying, don't stand in your own way of creating these beautiful connections and being the leader of your own life. I definitely see you doing that in the near future, pile number 1. Bravo, pile number 1. I'm rooting for you. I know you're going to do great. And pile number 1, that was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. So you've chosen the Riddle and the beautiful red Jasper stone. So let's take a look at your card, get more information about your situation and how it's going to be resolved. But first, we are going to be picking out another oracle card. So can we get more information about pile number 2's situation, please? And how it's going to be resolved. Interesting how you have all of these riddles, all of these mind games here in your reading. Pile number 2. I've been seeing it from the very beginning. It seems like you're in quite a tricky situation. It almost feels like it's a paradox, and you might be entangled with other people or entangled with a certain problem that needs your attention, and so you're not really able to get out of this situation because many things are dependent on it. And it feels like a riddle now. There are a lot of mind games on how you can solve it. All right, now let's take a look at your tarot cards. So we're going to shuffle with intention. It's no wonder why you have the red Jasper as well in this reading, because the red Jasper, it supports during times of stress. It brings tranquility, and it's also been used for thousands of years as protection. It absorbs negative energy. So we're seeing here that the situation will resolve. It will be untangled. Let's find out together. Pile number 2. How will pile number 2 situation be resolved, please? And what is going on for them? Wow, okay. Finally, this one as well. Right, these are the right cards. So, what do we have? So, pile number 2, you have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, okay, powerful court cards here, as well as this one. It shows a queen as well. So we have a lot of strong characters here, which straight away shows me that you are a very strong person, someone who's capable of taking themselves out of this. Actually, might be a lot of mind games involved, but you are not an easy person, pile number 2. You're not someone who's, what's the expression, willy-dilly, is it called? Willy-nilly. You are calm, you think about things, you don't react until you think about it, and this is why you're waiting to find the right solution. All right, so you have the Hierophant. All right, you have Strength. Wow. Okay. You have the Four of Swords. A lot of thinking going on here, all right? Yeah, let's push it so that we have space. Okay. You have the Queen, another court card. Unbelievable. You have the Queen of Swords. Like I said, you come across as someone who's who thinks a lot. You're very smart. You plan your moves well. And someone who's very powerful. There's no question about that. Okay? And then you have the Nine of Swords. Of course, at the moment you are under a lot of stress. With your situation here, pile number 2, there seems to be some sort of passivity without meaning to, in the way you might be thinking about this situation without meaning to, because you have 3 and then you have 3 here as well. That's coming on very strong because they're right in conjunction with each other, and it makes us notice it, especially that this is a 3 as well. So 3 is the smallest number that you need to create a pattern. This instantly makes me think that there is a pattern of thought that you keep falling into, that you don't let yourself out of. And the reason for that is some sort of passivity. Maybe you're letting others battle this for you, or maybe you're letting the world make the decision for you, or you're waiting for an outside factor to help you out or to come and finally rid you of the situation, and you would feel relieved. There's a lot of stress going on here. It's like you're waiting from the universe, because this is the god Ra here. You're waiting from the universe for a solution to come and save you from it. And so, because you kind of may have concluded that there is no solution to it, while in fact, if you think about it a little bit, it seems like there's a sacrifice. Let me zoom this so you can see it. Oh, it's not working. Okay. There is a sacrifice to be made. Let me try one more time. You have to see this. No, it's not happening. All right. It seems like there is a sacrifice to be made. And obviously, the sacrifice is not easy at all. This is why you have avoided thinking in this direction altogether. But your advice from Spirit, you see how your advice from Spirit is to have the strength to pause and think about it. Do you see here, before the battle with the 4 of Swords here, the teams are gathering up. Why is it no longer zooming? Okay. The teams are gathering up and they're thinking about a strategy together. There's a pause here. And so what I'm really seeing Spirit saying here is that you may want to consider summoning up your courage with the Queen of Wands, gaining your confidence, gaining your strength, which you are not by any means short of, understanding that the universe or God or what you believe in is there. This energy is there for you. Pile number 2, you're not alone. But you must stand on your own 2 feet with the Page of Pentacles here. The Page of Pentacles is someone who decided to start or embark on a new journey. To have the courage to begin it, is excited rather about that new beginning. And is ready to learn how to do it, is ready to gain the information that they need. They're ready to take on the challenges. It's another phase of their lives. So the Ace to the Tens is one phase, and then the Page to the Kings is another phase. So summoning of your strength is needed for a new phase, where if you think about it and plan it, consider it, because you do see them strategizing here. Creating a strategy. By creating a strategy, you'll realize that this sacrifice may not be all that bad after all. Pile number 2. It may be this hope that you've been asking for a very long time. You see how in this specific 9 of Swords, in this specific 9 of Swords, this person's focused on the stress when really right next to them is the key of life, the Ankh. It's right with them. It's in their hands, but they're not considering it. They're not considering that this is a key that will open up a new, beautiful life to them. Change is scary. And that's why you may feel like you're part of the story that you're in when it's not your story anymore. There's this message of cutting the losses and moving forward with strength. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick out some tarot cards, and I will be getting advice from Spirit. What is your advice regarding your situation? You have the Queen of Pentacles, the amount of queens again. What is going on? So you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. See, it's like, again, this Queen of Pentacles is holding a shield. It's like there's this war. And it's not war with the outside world, but it's rather a war with yourself and winning it. Winning over your fears. Okay, so what is pile number 2's advice from Spirit, please? What is pile number 2's advice from Spirit? Ooh, you have the Lover's card. Okay. I feel this one coming out, so let's take that. The Ace of Cups. How interesting. It's like they're hugging the 9 of Swords here, almost, right? All this love. Which really makes me feel like you're not entirely alone, although you feel you are alone. You have a lot of queens and court cards here. Queen, 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 and queen. Unbelievable. What queen is missing here? So you have the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, perhaps. Well, you do have the Lovers and the Cups here. And you have the 3 of Wands. And what do you have here? The 9 of Cups. A wish coming true. And at the back of the deck is the 7 of Pentacles, which shows that you need to work on this perhaps little by little. Okay. So the first message that I clearly see here from Spirit is that you are loved. You're not alone. I mean, look at that. What a scene. What a scene here. It's like you're hugged. The universe is there. Perhaps your spirit guides are there. You're just surrounded by love. You might feel like you're in some sort of scary situation alone, but you're not. You're not at all. And while you may have to summon up your courage and feel like you're facing this alone, but you're not at all. So there is success in the steps that you're taking. Again, these checkered grounds. It's all about strategizing here. It's similar. This pile is similar. There's quite a similarity to the other pile. Anyways, if you picked 1 and 2, I wouldn't be surprised. There is some similarity. Different, but some similarity. It seems like this step that you're taking will require a lot of throat chakra, will require a lot of you speaking your truth, saying what you want, bravely, not being afraid. The 3 of Wands is starting to take a step on your plans. And so part of your step taking is to have the courage to say what you want. I think it will free you and it will untangle the situation here. You saying what you want, not just walking away without getting your rights maybe. Saying what you want and taking as much as you can that is rightfully yours from this situation. Pile number 2. I see Spirit telling you not to be afraid to speak up. Not to be afraid to speak up. Maybe doing it in a loving way, but to speak up and say what you think. And you see how this card as reassurance is lining in conjunction with the 9 of Cups. There's emotional fulfillment here. You will really feel relieved. You will feel very happy because the situation will resolve as you talk about it. And you'll feel like, so relieved. You'll feel like, why didn't I do that from a long time? Why didn't I take this certain sacrifice? Why didn't I just give it a thought about how I can make this sacrifice in a smart way? Making the situation much easier for myself. And that's what I see for your situation here and how it's going to be resolved. Pile number 2, it was a pleasure doing this reading. I wish you all the best of luck from my heart, and may you always be in a great situation. Pile number 2. And so pile number 2, if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you have chosen the beautiful yellow Aventurine, and you have chosen the prayer card. Now I'm starting to understand what this is about, but I'm going to wait. And we are going to take a look at your oracle cards and your tarot cards, and together we'll be able to understand what your situation is about and how you will resolve it. Pile number 3. So how will your situation resolve? Pile number 3. Oh, I'm seeing 2 cards. Okay. So this is the first. Let me try to bring the. No, it's not coming. So that's the first. Yeah, it did come. Thank God. Right. So it's there. That's the first one. And your second oracle card is this. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Right, let's pick up your tarot cards and find out more information about your situation. So, can we kindly get more information about pile number 3's situation, please? And how will it resolve? Thank you. How will pile number 3's situation resolve, please? How will pile number 3's situation resolve? Whoa. Okay, and I'm also feeling these two. Now that's going to be a long one. Okay. A lot of cards in this pile. Okay, so you have the Seven of Swords. Okay. Ah. Okay. You have the Four of Wands. You have the Ten of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Eight of Wands. Wow, 45 as that came in. So it's definitely going to be resolved quickly. That we can see, right? Ooh, again, 45-54. Very significant. And 9 is an end of a cycle. So this is resolving and ending. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Lovely. Okay. Now we have two cards here. I'm not going to reveal them now. I feel like we need to wait. So what I'm seeing in your reading here, pile number 3. With the prayer, this is very obvious that you have a wish that you really want to achieve. A lot of diamonds here. It's like you're hoping and wishing for something to come true for you. Now, you do see with this Oracle card a girl running in her candy land. And so I see you acting out and moving to get it for yourself. Pile number 3. That's how I see your situation resolving. Do you see how this yellow ball is right next to her? It's in her journey, and that's your yellow aventurine here. Oh, even the nail polish is the same yellow. So I'm seeing a lot of yellow aventurine in your reading energy. And yellow aventurine is all about prosperity and optimism. It's the solar plexus. So it's both the movement that we're talking about and seeing here, the go-getting, but at the same time, it's also about prosperity. Now, did you know that the yellow aventurine has quartz in it? And quartz amplifies energy. So we're talking about prosperity amplified. And I'm not surprised because you have the 10 of Pentacles here showing, along with the 4 of Wands, celebration of great wealth, of great prosperity, of great results. Queen of Pentacles, gaining the prosperity and the independence and the wish coming true for yourself. Pampering yourself, making it happen for yourself very quickly. So how will your situation resolve within the big prayer that you have? I mean, if we're talking about a reading, if we're taking a look at a reading, talking about how will your situation resolve, it seems like this is a very big wish for you. But it's quite tricky with the 7 of Swords. That's why it's a situation here. It's not a small dream. It's a very big dream that will change your life, in fact. And so I see your situation resolving by you. Do you see how this octopus is using her arms or legs to get it, make it come to her, attract it? It's like the law of attraction here. Pile number 3. You're manifesting this for sure. How is it going to get resolved? You are manifesting it with the High Priestess in conjunction to the 10 of Pentacles. You're definitely attracting it for yourself. You're going after it. You're making sure you get it. So what I'm seeing here is that the universe is conspiring, pile number 3, to make that wish come true for you. I do not see cards, except for this one, you going after it with the solar plexus. So yes, there will be some efforts from your side. No, I do see. There will be efforts on your side. But mainly, it's like you putting in some effort and it just happens for you. This is exactly what I'm seeing. You know, it's kind of like you pretending to do it because you have to do it. You just pretend to act, again with the 7 of Swords. By pretend here, I'm not saying like act it out and sleep. I mean, like put in the effort, the actions that need. Like make the phone calls, ask for opportunities, and it will happen. It's just like take the actions that are needed and don't worry if it's not going to happen or not. It's just like you just need to show up. And by you showing up, by you moving towards it, you'll see that the universe will be conspiring, attracting this to you. It will happen. It will manifest to you. And not only that, it's going to manifest to you very quickly. And this is what your reading is exactly about, pile number 3. How will your situation resolve? This dream is coming true for you. Now I believe it's time for us to check these 2 cards. What is that? Oh, you have the King of Pentacles. All right. What is that? And you have the 5 of Pentacles. Do you see the dichotomy of energy here? Unbelievable. So it's like you're going from wishing for it to having your lands filled. You have to see this. Pile number 3. Do you see the difference in energy here? It's like in one energy, you're really wishing for it. You can only dream of it happening. You're praying for it, and then your land has now been planted. You have a beautiful horse that you're standing on, a great foundation. There's this great temple, or let's say castle. It's just a complete change in scenery here. From lack, or we're not going to say lack, but not having this wish, to completely having it manifested. So all I can tell you, pile number 3, is pretend to do it. Just put in some work and believe and that it's going to happen for you, because this is what I'm seeing. The universe is conspiring for this specific wish to come true for you. Pile number 3. It's happening for you. What a sweet, sweet reading, pile number 3. You must be really loved. You must be really loved. Wow, 53-35, the amount of synchronicities in this reading. I'm going to be picking out some tarot cards, and I will be asking if there is any advice that you may want to hear or need to hear from Spirit. Is there any advice, please? Oh, great. For pile number 3. Is there any advice that you may want or need to hear? You have the Sun. So sweet. You know, the sun will come out tomorrow. It's like it's happening very quickly. Pile number 3. So sweet. All right, can you see that? Yes, you can. All right. And our 3rd card is ready right there. You have the Emperor. Soon your situation is changing completely. So what is that 3rd card here? and you have the Ten of Swords. It's a really interesting Ten of Swords here. You feel like the waves are not what's the word when you drown? What's wrong with me? Okay, so the waves are not really letting this helpless man, it seems, or this person that is letting go, letting the universe do it, believing is the waves are not drowning this person, but rather taking care of this person. So if you're in a tough situation with the Ten of Swords, if it's difficult at the moment, you're really loved, do you see? You're really loved, you're really being taken care of, although you may not see it, because that's another dimension with the water loving this person. And very soon your situation is going to be very stable. And the sun, as Spirit said, will come out. I thought there are some certain steps you may need to take. Again, like I said, here it's like maybe you know what sort of steps you need to move towards for it to happen. But understand and know that it's manifesting for you. There's a new whole beginning for you, a stable one, where you will be receiving your wish from the universe. So pile number 3, that was your reading. I'm very happy for you. I wish you all the best of luck, my dear pile number 3. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.